Evening all, welcome along. Yes, it's Friday. It's the Friday night edition of the live streams with myself, the man himself over here, Mr. Simon, a GTR 1400, and an early riser into the room. He's got his chain monkey and his laser level. It's our very own MT Belly. It's Matt. So, evening everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the Friday night live stream. We're going to kick it off tonight. Simon's got a video up, and wishing a speedy recovery to Charlie. So I'll let Simon explain what went on. Over to you, Simon.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, my son, I got a phone call Monday afternoon. My son had a little off on his motorbike. He was taking a right-hand bend, and somehow he was going a bit too fast, and the bike's high-sided and just spat him straight off on the left-hand side. He went down very hard and heavy on his hands, and he managed to break both wrists. Admitted to hospital, was operated on Wednesday. He's had a load of wires put in one wrist, a plate and wires, and some screws in the other wrist. And he came home late yesterday afternoon, early evening. So get well soon, Charlie. Howie, thank you everybody, and thank you everybody that commented on the video and watched it already and mentioned it. But he's on the road to recovery, and the good news is he can wipe his own arse tonight. I ain't got to do that. So.
Oh, I know how difficult that is.
I was going to say, because you did message me the other day, said he ain't going to be being inappropriate for the next couple of weeks. I was like, no, who's wiping his arse?
No, he can't touch himself, no.
Right, I'll put the disclaimer up before we get banned too quick.
Yeah, get well soon, Charlie. Sending our wishes from here, Simon. So
cheers, thank you.
Yeah, so how's your week been, Matt?
Me? Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm, well, I won't go into my medical thing. I'm pre-diabetic, apparently. But I've seen my psychologist. I've got her again next week. So I'm actually on up at the moment. So things are going good. So, and I've spent some money today because I bought myself a brand new toolkit. So I'm happy.
You found a socket set with a 17 and a 19 then?
Yeah. I wandered down to, I was browsing online at Halfords because I normally get my tools from Halfords anyway, and they got a complete kit in a metal box with drawers and all the tools in it and that lot, and I thought, I'll go and get that. So I ordered it and went down and collected it. So I've got that. I'm waiting for my chain monkey and my laser tomorrow, and then I can sort my chain out on my bike because it's a bit slack. So
excellent. I don't tend to use one. I tend to use a hand or a finger, and just like if it's got a bit in it, then it's good enough for me.
I've watched loads of videos where they've got like tape measures and this other gadget, and I thought, oh, sorry, I'll get a chain monkey. You know,
you can't beat having a gadget for a bike. Everybody likes
Well, it's a case of getting the right tool for the right job, isn't it? You know, rather than pissing around. So I'd sooner fork out a bit of money and get the right tool and do the job. So
right, it was a quick hello to everybody. So Andy's in the room, Ponkster, evening Ponkster, Stuart's here. John Diehard McLean is now one of the big boys. He's out on his new bike. It's Sonny, Sonzy, he's here, Howie's here, CDB's here. So yeah, Howie's just got a new top box. Well chuffed on that one as well. I did a ride video this week, LXS. Out if you go and watch the video, you can hear a very small whine in the background, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was a wheel bearing because when you clutched in, as you got slow, it was like, ooh, and I thought, what the bleeding hell is that? Checked the tyre pressures. Evening, Ali. Checked all the tyre pressures, and it's bang on 30 and 30 is what you have on the LXS, LXR. Bang on 30 and 30 on those. Checked all the tyre pressures, tried a little bit less, tried a little bit more in the PSI, and the whine was still there. Got the wheels in the air. We rotated the front wheel, nothing. Rotated the back wheel, absolutely nothing. So they're running free. And I thought, hang on a minute. Got hold of the front wheel, and we really spun it up, gave it a damn good going. Nothing. Did the back one. Believe it or not, it's the chain. The chain has got a tight spot in it. So as it's going round, it's catching the spot and causing a whine. So spoke to Lexpo, and they went, oh, that's about the third one that we've had out of about 6,500 bikes. All right, new chain under warranty, but obviously she's coming to pick the bike up tomorrow. I said to her, the bike is rideable. It's fine, but it just whines. Yeah, a bit like a woman. But no, don't move on from that. Ali's just said we've just been all through that, Ali. So yeah, he's all right.
Yeah,
okay.
Ali, he's had his operation. He's home now. Screws and pins in his wrist, and he'll get better soon. So, thank you.
It's Howie.
Look who's here. It's Howie. Everybody's here for 10 minutes. Evening, Howie. How's your week been?
Oh, glass of red wine. It must be a good week.
It's been good. It's been great. I got a top box today from Sports Bike Shop. Got one of those big, givey 58-litre boxes so I get all my camping gear in. Yeah. Well, mint, well chuffed.
What a waste of a top box putting camping gear in it.
Yeah. Fresh beer, crates, cheese, wine.
Wine.
Yeah.
Speaking of wine, we were just talking about that.
Obviously, because Lockwood's just put his video up. He's given the game away now. He's got the Africa Twin with DCT. Lovely looking bike.
Mm-hmm.
I did look at one of them, but I'm a short ass, so I can't fit on it. So I might go to the dark side eventually and get myself a GSA. But I'm having too much fun on the GTR at the moment. Evening, yeah. Greg's here. Evening, Greg. Best thing, Simon, if I go for a ride out, I can actually have a number plate on now. I don't need to take a trade plate.
That's it. You get all the speeding tickets now. We've all copied your number plate.
Yeah. Rev, do you know, going back to that chain?
Yes.
Is it the actual, what is it, the linkage or something? What's got?
It's a couple of the links in them have got a very tight spot on them, so it's a little bit. I've tried lubricating it, but it's just a bit of a tight.
I was going to say, I'd chuck it in a bucket of oil for overnight or something to see how it gets on.
It's for the sake of changing the chain. It's what 20 quid chain. Bang another one on it.
Like I say, it's on the warranty, isn't it? So
exactly, just bang another chain up. Alice just said, "Have you seen All Seasons Cafe in Billing is closing end of August?" Really? Oh Jesus, H. That was meant to be a really good bike location for everybody as well. Oh well, everyone's back to the super sausage then. The one thing, obviously, loads of people messaged me privately and went, "Oh, that was a bit near the knuckle when you took the street triple out." And I went, "Why?" He said, "Because you said about women causing chaos in Milton Keynes." Yeah, it was a dig at women's foot. I don't do women's foot, but every time there's an event at the stadium in Milton Keynes, the whole of Bletchley and the whole of the central Milton Keynes comes to gridlock.
Yeah.
Phil went out in the to do a recovery with a trailer today. No, he had to go. I think he was going Leighton Buzzard out to Wingrave, but he went to do a quick run, and he said the whole of Milton Keynes is all blocked up again. I said, "Well, the football's not on." No, lo and behold, you've got steps at Campbell Park.
Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got
9, 10, 11, 12. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got steps tonight. Gareth Gates. Louise Redknapp. And I think Liberty X. I'm like, all right, yeah, but they can stay there. I'll tell you what, the last one that we did that was really, really good was Lincoln Park when they played Milton Keynes Bowl, or Ramstein at the football stadium. They're about the only two that were really good and worth the traffic chaos for. Absolutely not my cup of tea to go and watch Liberty X.
Akira was working the Splendour Festival up in Nottingham last weekend. So.
Yeah. Ali's just saying, hopefully, that someone will take it over. Yeah, Oakley's good. Oakley's better. Obviously, Oakley's a Thursday, and it's travelling after you've done work on a Thursday evening. Most people are absolutely shattered and out of their face, absolutely knackered from work on a Thursday. They know they've got to get up for work on a Friday. So, Ali's just said, "Louise,
Only kids and their phones, isn't it? Hey.
I'm just going to put that in. It's all the moto vloggers and Sky News. Yeah, poor old Bernie Cribbins, bless him.
Oh no, we were gutted when we saw that news yesterday.
Yeah, he was good. He was great in Doctor Who.
He was also a Womble, wasn't he?
He was a Womble, wasn't he? He was a carry-on guy. He did. He was
also in the he did his national service in the parachute regiment as well, didn't he? So
good old boy. Good old boy. Right, as usual, we cover MCN for everybody, and we get your.
Are you going to
opinion.
mention the new Chinese thing they was on about?
I am
New
going to mention
Chinese
something.
manufacturer.
No, I'm not. Which one was that? Was that One Hung Low or?
Oh no, there's a new Chinese manufacturer that's bringing 2 bikes out.
Is it
soon.
changed
What
to
is
like low, is it?
Not Yamasaki Pinja, is it? You know.
No. Chinese manufacturer. I honestly, I get emails from him then, and that came up, and I thought, oh my fucking god, we haven't got enough Chinese bikes on the road. We're going to get a few more now.
Right, let's go through a couple of these. So, motorcycle news. The NASA Techs at Asda prices. Right, okay, so here we go. NASA Tech at Asda prices. The Indian firm's hydrogen fuel cell bike gives a plan of the future. And they reckon this one is going to be a hydrogen fuel cell in it. So
Heading in the right direction. Well done. Don't like it. Looks fucking horrible. I won't have one, but well done. It's heading in the right direction.
They say they obviously took that bike out. They took the electric motor out. They've added the fuel cell. The fuel cell goes, the only downside to that, Simon, look where they've put the hydrogen tank.
Oh, right between your legs, I bet.
Right between your legs, yeah. So,
That'll keep your specimens cool.
Don't rock the match, whatever you do. Yeah.
Yeah, so look, there's a couple of the bikes that they've got. Refuel tank is right under the seat. So you lift the tank, lift the seat. But that is literally your hydrogen fuel cell. So that looks pretty darn good. It's a start. We're getting there.
There you go.
Out the back of my fridge.
Let's go on to the next one. So
just don't have a fag while you're riding it in case there's a leak. Yeah,
exactly.
You could say the same about petrol.
This is obviously, it's not going on so much in Milton Keynes. We still get quite a lot of it, but the police are now warning anybody in Cambridgeshire to be aware. There's been a 65% rise in bike crime in just Cambridgeshire. So they're saying, get yourself a decent lock the bike up. But, if you put a lock and a chain on it, it makes your bike invisible. No, it doesn't. They just take one look at it and think, I ain't messing with that.
They'll take the one next to it that hasn't got it on it. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, they'll take one look at it and think, my angle grinder cut through that in 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously,
if you've got a bike with 2 locks on it and you've got a bike with 1 lock on it, they'll take the bike with 1 lock on it. Usually.
Exactly, yeah. So, what about the new electric bike, Rev? I'm not even going to get into electric bikes tonight. Can't be bothered to cover electric bikes tonight. Simon's opinion as well. He doesn't like them. I'm all right with them, but not a huge lover of electric bikes. The other one I am going to share is, if I find my right share screen, there we go, share the screen. Now this, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. Arc Motorcycles have released a high-tech human-machine interface. Now that does look a nice bit of kit. And believe it or not, it's a petrol bike. Hooray! But
right, what is a high-tech human interface?
Pair of trainers.
It's basically, they give you a helmet and a jacket that gives you feedback through the jacket, and all your helmet is all head-up display.
Augmented reality.
Yeah. So it's got rear-facing camera in the back of the helmet, so that's your rear-facing camera. You can have entertainment. You can put anything in, but look at the price.
Sex all the fun out of it. I'm sorry, that just
You
get on a bike and having a twist grip and using your own instincts and intellect. You've got to have these.
It's quite nice every now and again to get a surprise when something appears behind you. You didn't notice.
But what happens if you got a pavilion on the back?
Yeah,
you get a picture of a billion. Yeah.
Alan said, did you see something like 20 bikes were stolen from various hotels the night before the women's bike meet at Hinckley? Yeah.
Oh God.
People were out in forward, but yeah. Every time there's a big bike meet, you know you're going to get the little hoodlums around, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just big one. Code Grey is here. So evening, Code. Good to see you in rugby. John just said, Sinisakuma with its triple X caught my eye this week. As did the Brutali. Yeah, they are. The Brutali is an absolute beautiful bike. I really do like them. It sounds like you need 2 locks and a pit bull chain to it. Yeah, either that or just leave the wife in the pillion seat for half a day. That will get rid of them.
We had some standings down this way, down in Somerset or Somerset Dorset. Motor Corsa, their showroom down in Gillingham has shut down. And they were, was it Motor Guzzi, KTM, Royal Enfield. I think they were quite a good shop, but they all of a sudden one night, next morning, they got the bailiffs in. So we don't know what's going on there, but sad times. Never mind.
Ponks just said Edinburgh's bike crime is out of control, almost a no-go zone now. Nothing that a big baseball bat, as I say, wouldn't stop. John just said, "Oh, is that no-lid Rebel riding KG?" Yeah, good to see you in the room, buddy. There we go. Andy's just said it. No one rides a GTR. Who want to nick one of those? Yeah, if you can manage to get it off and move it, good luck to you.
It's all right. The missus is in the room. She's out in the pub tonight, so.
Is she?
Kira, yeah.
Enjoy yourself, Mrs. Belly. Have a good one. Have one for me.
Hello, Tom.
Tom's here as well. So evening, Tom. Yeah, he's done a really good video on his MT. So that was a really great video that he's just done recently. So if you haven't seen Tom's video, go and look at the one of the MT. Go and look at Andy's one with the suspension. He's done some really good shots of that suspension working. So there's been some really good content going up on the tubes this week. So everybody's banging content. I haven't seen Simon's one yet, but I think I've still got to do. I've got your one. I've got Uncle Red insults multiple bikers. I've got BMW R1250 GSA tractor new view. That's Andy's one. And Jim Diesel's finally Friday. And obviously Tom's Yamaha MT-01 review. So I've got about 6 to watch. But I shall catch up on them later, or probably in the morning.
I've got everybody to watch this week, so I've been busy. So yeah, apologies everybody. I will get round to it.
It's understandable on that one. So,
hey, Rev.
Go on.
Where's your Detroit video?
I actually messaged Rhythmic about it. Due to obviously his little health scare. He put everything on the back burner for the time being. But he shot the video with me and Simon. I think that was on the Sunday. I think it was either the Monday or the Tuesday. He had his little health scare and went into hospital. So he said it will come out, but it is obviously a delay getting it out.
Have you done your review on the Detroit yet, though?
I haven't yet. I've not had a chance to get it out yet.
I'm waiting for that one. I want to see
I've got 2 members of staff on holiday, which means that I'm on the spanners with Phil and Keith, but I'm at the moment building bikes because we've just had a bike delivery. So I've just built 2 Tempests and an Iska. And if you've ever tried putting an Iska together, I thought it was easy. It took me nearly 3 hours to get that done.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of bits, to put on that. Should down and watch it tomorrow time in the cage, unfortunately. No one will nip revs. They have to bump start it every time. Very, very true.
Best anti-theft device, don't leave any fuel in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm just nibbling on these. My neighbour gave me some of these, a box full yesterday. So they are
penises.
Root beer floaters.
Little penises.
I would have thought a floater was something else, but
you heard it here first. Rev nibbles on floaters.
I thought he was nibbling on his nuts, you know.
I tried that once. I feel like I say,
I've got me chili peanuts as well. So you can tell who gets in late from work and doesn't have a chance to eat. Let's have a quick look. One time I was on the back road doing 25 hours. Tom's just said, are you down for a while? There is a Wings and Wheels show at Western Island over the weekend. There we go then. Just down the road from you, Howie.
Yeah, I might make that. 5 miles
is in the room. Evening, BBB. Good to see you. So all happy and hunky-dory. Right,
Cool.
let me go through some of these questions that I've got. So let me pull this up. Bring my notepad up. Right, I've had a few questions come in this week, and people have figured out that I read their questions out on the live stream. If you had unlimited money, which bike would you buy, Simon?
Kawasaki GTR 1400.
Matt?
Me, an original 1977 Honda Goldwing GR 1000.
Good choice. Howie?
Laverda Joda.
Cool. For me, it would be the Night Rod, the Harley Davidson Night Rod or the V Rod with the big fat back tyre on it, the 300 back tyre, just for a show off bike. That would be me.
I'd love to get my mitts on a Goldwing,
Yeah,
the original
cool.
one.
Yeah,
that's what my dad had. There's a reason for that. My dad had one, so.
Tell us about it. Go on.
No, it was quite funny. My dad never passed his bike test, so we had a motorbike and sidecar. We had the on the Goldwing GR 1000 from brand new, with leading link forks and everything on it, and a Gemini sidecar on the side of it. So I grew up loving that bike, you know, and I'd love to get my mitts on one of them, you know, because when my dad passed away, we actually sold his bike to somebody who was in the Goldwing Owners Club. Because it had been stood for years, so they've restored it. Don't know whether it's still on the road, because I need to find out what reg it was to find out if it is still on the road. But I think I said this before. When we were clearing my mum's loft out, we found a brand new exhaust system, still all in the wrapping, all the grease-proof wrapping and everything for the Goldwing.
Wow.
And we contacted the guy who bought the bike and went, "Do you want this?" And he went, "Yes, please." So we gave him a complete new exhaust system as well with it. So, but that's why I want one of them. I just think it's cracking. It's not like the modern Goldwings, you know, with all the. If you look for a picture of one, it's not like the modern Goldwings. It's not got all the, you know, panniers on it and boxes and stereo and all that lot. It's a big old beast. So.
Excellent. Question 2. Of all your biking bits, what is your favourite piece of equipment? Riding clothes, helmet, jacket, boots, or parts to the bike?
My most favourite part of the bike has probably got to be my sat nav. Sad. Helped me out loads of times.
Matt?
My favourite bit on my bike is my panniers, what I put on me saddlebags. I quite
Or
like them.
clothing. Your favourite piece of equipment, they've asked. Yeah, favourite piece.
I do like my Shoei helmet, though, as well.
Yeah. Howie?
Mine's got to be my new top box, but the best bit, I think, is actually the throttle.
Yeah.
And when you got that bit there.
I did not leave early last week. He went to check out the foxes show up he was talking about. Yeah.
Enough of that. It went a bit sideways last week. That's enough of that.
Move along the bus, as they say. For me, it would probably be my LS2 helmet, because that is my daily piece of equipment. My first one had an LS2 to start with, which is sitting in the panniers now. I did have it sitting up there on the shelf. It's now my my spare rider helmet for if I take a partner out. But yeah, I do like my LS2 helmets. Andy's just said he's quick shifter. You can't beat a quick shifter on a bike, you know. Yeah, definitely. Just saying. BBB said, Ali, did you go to the meet at Hinckley last weekend? That was a really big event. So well done to all the girls that went up for that one. Me and Simon were thinking of going, but the skirts and blouses didn't fit us, so we passed on that in the end.
Oh, you didn't give me my heels back in time.
Did he beat the record, by the way? Does anybody know on that?
I don't know, actually.
I think they did. I'm not sure. It was 1,500 and something or other. I'm just looking at this Western Zoyland thing going on over the weekend. See which day it is. I might be able to get over to it. Saturday was. Oh no, that's an old one. Oh, come on.
No,
Yeah,
smashed
drop
it.
us a note there, Tom. Tell us when the if you know which day it's going to be, or if it's over both days.
No, they smashed it apparently.
Oh, there we are.
BBB.
15:49. So yeah. So he was riding near the canal. John's just said my Hero 9 best feature and works on anything I ride. In fact, yeah.
That's true.
Tom's just said my Acroprovic cans. Excellent. Yeah, good. Right. Let me get a question. Flip pages. Everybody seems to be enjoying riding a bike during the summer and the winter. Some people are fair weather riders. Some people only ride all year round. Of all the things of your daily ride, what is the one thing that infuriates or winds you up the most?
When you've got to get off
Fuel
at
prices.
the end of the ride, yeah.
Electric bikes.
I wasn't going to go there.
What's yours, Matt?
Well, sorry, I was miles away. What on my
What is
ride?
the one thing when you're out riding that winds you up?
Stupid car drivers who don't bloody see you.
What, Punkster, Teslas, cyclists, yeah. All of the above, yeah.
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 I couldn't get a ladies' bike mates at Brands Hatch for that. Yeah, loads of mates went there and they broke record, which was brilliant. Yeah. Punkster's just said Teslas. Yeah.
Naked HD women. Come on, let's go.
Look, we've got.
Oh, they're spamming your live chat.
I don't mind. Yay! You can.
I was just about to click on that.
you can.
Oh no! If I
spam
did disappear
all
for
you
5
like,
minutes, you know where it gone. You know.
Yeah. I am going to say, if you are going to come in and spam the room, then feel free. Yay! By clicking that, at least I know that you're watching the feed and you're giving me extra monetization. So you click away and send all the links you like.
Did they give the thumbs up to show that they liked it as well?
It's obviously old Putin, isn't it? he's lost all the money for the Russian war. He needs to make some more on YouTube.
Yeah.
Stop watching the stream and find love. Yeah, we have found love. It's called Bike Love here. So wrong type of porn, mate. Move along the ring.
Found love. He's called Rev Bomb.
Yeah, back up as a special bus.
Right, it's official. Howie loves Red Bomb. There we go.
Where are we? 30 mile an hour speed limits. Crazy Dash just spam me all day, or is it spam me all day? Love it. Oh god, try keeping the 1700 twin at a steady 30 mile an hour. Exactly. Yeah.
First gear, isn't it?
I just noticed what Ali's put there. Yeah, I was about to comment on that.
Yeah.
Got a gear indicator fitted.
Yeah. I'm on my bike and finding neutral at the worst time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
when you can appreciate tap dancers when you're at set lights trying to find neutral. I mean, it's all right on the GTR. You just put your bits in first. You just push it up while you're stationary. It won't go into second. So.
Yeah, it did notice that Lockwood called his new bike Big RB. Yeah.
As opposed to Little RB.
Yeah.
I must
I
say
tell you what, that Africa Twin is a nice bike. So he's definitely got a keeper there. It's definitely a nice bike. So it's a good. He's got a bit of each now because he's got like the touring sort of everyday bike, and then he's obviously got his Viffa to do the sporty stuff and run around the twisties. But that Africa Twin, that will do the twisties easily.
Where he is, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
It's the perfect bike for where he lives. I mean, all those tracks he's got to run around and explore on. I mean, you got two bikes now. He's got his Viffa, and he's got his go everywhere and touring bike. So yeah, it's a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, very, very good choice. Obviously, me and Simon knew about it weeks ago. Someone let the cat out of the bag, but we kept it a little bit quiet. We've been sitting on that for absolutely ages.
Well, I'm glad you did, because it would have spoiled the video for me if I'd have known.
It was worth waiting for. I said to him, I'm waiting to see it. Quick one from
Yeah.
Tom's comment about finding neutral when you least want it. It's usually when you're trying to pull away quick from the lights, isn't it? You go for second gear and you get nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Ali's got Hayden had a job fitting the damn thing, wish he'd never bought it in the first place. Andy said, yeah, he hinted it when they were up there thinking about the twin because it was Andy that messaged me and obviously told Simon. So yeah, and then Simon's like, oh, you heard? Yeah, I've heard.
Have you heard that on the Michigan Rev? Where do you know the gear indicator? Every now and then, mine will go blank as if it doesn't know what gear I'm in, and then as soon as you change gear, it will just come back again. It's weird. It's normally when I'm sat at a junction and I'm like sat there thinking, am I in first? Am I in neutral? What you got? Where you gone? And as soon as you pull off, it comes back on again.
Yeah.
Strange.
John said he was talking to Zed earlier. I'm going to come down to the Wild Bad weekend of next year if you Southern Softies are up for it. Yeah, hell, I'm up for it. I can bring me tent then, can't I?
Fucking tent.
I've got a very
I'll tell you what, we'll go on an electric bike as well, shall we? Really make Simon's day.
I was just thinking, take the GTR and just drag the. If you basically weld two electric bikes together, you could use the electric bikes as a trailer of storage all your gear.
No. If you weld two electric bikes together, you've got a lovely paperweight.
Exactly.
At least you wouldn't have to worry about charging your mobile phone or putting the kettle on, would you?
Exactly. Andy said he doesn't do camping. He'll find the nearest posh hotel with a cup of tea and a slice of cake.
Yeah. Sorry, if that tent hasn't got ensuite and running water, I'm not staying in it.
Well, Andy could come down in a 53 grand mobile toilet, couldn't he?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Simon comes along in an electric bike. That would sort of like be the icing on the cake.
There we are. Can it be in a Premier Inn car park?
Premier Inn. I'm happy with a Premier Inn. Yeah. All happy with a Premier Inn.
Oh, what's the other one they do? Travel Lodge, isn't it? That's it. Yeah. Right. Let's go to another question. A lot of people with 125s have Chinese tyres or nylon tyres. Of all the tyre brands, what is your favourite choice? Well, I'll just say Pirelli Angel GTs. Great tyre.
Pirelli Angel XTs for me.
Yeah. I had Michelin. Well, I've got Michelin's on the ZX. That they were super sticky. I had the Pilot 5s, but obviously we're on the Pilot 6s now. But yeah, when I went across to the GT and everybody said to me, stick a Pirelli GT Angel GT2, but it's got to be the one with the reinforced sidewall on it because of the weight of the bike. But you can't beat a Pirelli on a bike. Simon, what do you run, Simon?
I've got Angel STs on mine.
Right.
And the only reason is I did try the GTs and the GT2s, and I got the same mileage out of them, the same feeling out of them, I felt like the same performance out of them for £100 less a pair. So that's why I use the STs rather than the GT2.
There we go. Andy's just said, yeah, Michelin. So, yeah, Michelin, no camping, just clamping for Andy. Let me know.
Don't ask me. I've still got the original Chinese ones on mine.
Do you know what? Everybody knocks the Chinese tyres, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with those nylon tyres.
It depends what bike you're on, doesn't it? It does depend what bike you're on.
Yeah.
Would you put cheap Chinese nylon tyres on your GTR? No.
Oh, hell no.
No, if I'm gonna swap over, then I'll probably go Michelin or somebody like that.
Yeah. Tom's just said Michelin pilots. Yeah, everybody likes the pilots. BBB said I've still got my Chinese nylons on mine. Not had any issues yet.
Yeah.
They're all right in the dry. They are a little bit
iffy in the wet.
You just have to be careful in the wet because they're not the. But if you go back to sort of the 70s, early 80s, all those. Like when the early Yamahas and the Fizzes were around, everybody had cheap Chinese tyres on. You couldn't get decent rubber. I think the compound rubbers weren't invented until I think it was late 90s, Simon.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And then
they were designed, basically the two compounds were designed. They started off as a track tyre, and then they decided to bring it out for road use. So that's where your two compounds all started because they were using them on the track.
Cheap
in the
80s, aren't they? When you get your 250s, you had Bridgestones, you switched them over to something like Dunlops or Avons or something like that because they were a better tyre. Bridgestone were cheap.
Yeah, but back in the 70s, you had cross-plying radials, didn't you?
Yeah,
Exactly. I remember the adverts. Don't put a radio and a crossbar on the same axle.
Yeah.
Crikey, yeah.
Dunlops are made in Thailand, I discovered this week. Yeah. Do you know, they actually used to make condoms out of tyres. You get 365 if it's a good year.
I thought Dunlop were based up Burton-on-Trent.
Did anybody see that tumbleweed then?
So he's got a big place up Burton-on-Trent then, because I'm sure that was Dunlop.
Yeah.
Just on the outskirts of Burton.
Yeah, Birmingham, weren't they? Dunlop.
No, I know Burton-on-Trent, just on the outskirts of there. There's a tyre manufacturer, and I thought that would Dunlop. So,
Combish has said Roadrunners TT100s, Ponksters, Bridgestones, they've all grown. Shocking. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Got a bit of humour. Right, final question.
Okay.
Let me just go back into the page. I've got so many pages. Yeah, find the link. Well, what I am going to do very quickly, just in case anybody is out there that wants to jump on, that is the StringYard link. Right. Been struggling with battery issues on my bike for the last 4 to 5 weeks. Keep charging it, the battery keeps going flat. I only ride the bike on a Sunday. Do I need to buy an optimizer or should I buy a new battery?
Optimizer and new battery, I'd say. Yeah, the battery's run down a couple of times. It's like needs a new battery and then get an optimizer. Yeah.
When you're not using it, take the negative terminal off or disconnect it.
Yeah,
because that's what I do with mine.
It's questions that I get actually messaged to me because I'm on the Lex Photo owners page. I'm on quite a lot of bike pages. So I'm on the Bike Spears and Bollocks. I'm on the Cypher owners page. I'm on the Lex Photo owners page. I'm on the LXR. There's a lot of people that just message me asking me really weird stuff. Like Matt, he messaged me today. He said, "Oh, I hope you don't mind me disturbing you. Is this the tool you use at work? Chain Monkey? Yeah, that's the one. Go and buy it. Oh, I can get the laser tool with it as well. If you can get it with a laser tool, yeah, go spend your money.
Yeah, good bargain that was.
Yeah, good bit of kit. As I say, if people want to ask me questions, and if I can answer them in the live stream, what better?
Well, that's why I asked you.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you about the wheel nut size on the back, because I didn't want to go out and buy a toolkit while I ain't got the right size socket in the back of it.
Exactly. That's why we've got all these people here, all the guys in the side chat as well. They're all bikers, and they will all give you an answer on that one. So Simon, she's got solar optimizer. Find it so good. It's kept my battery topped up all year round. There we go. Just keep.
They're really good solar optimizer. Actually, Oxford one is very good.
It's a Chinese bike.
It's draining their battery, doesn't it? I mean, they got something that's draining the battery, because if you're only using it once a week and your battery's going flat, it's either a really rubbish battery, which is not worth optimizing it anyway. You might as well get a fresher battery. If it's an old battery, get a better battery, or something draining the thing down.
See, I have a habit of taking my terminals off. Just unscrewing the terminals and leaving the battery in place, but just put the terminals either side of it if I'm not using it for a while.
Yeah. CDB. Some of the batteries that you do get with some of the Chinese bikes, yes, they are crap, but the Lextech batteries are actually pretty darn good batteries. But you've just got to make sure that if you are leaving the bike for a long, I think he's just riding it every weekend and not using it during the week. If you're leaving it that long, if you've got an alarm on the bike or you've got something that is going to be ticking away and draining that battery, you are going to be losing charge. So stick an optimizer on it. Optimate 4 will charge you through the CAN bus. Exactly. Yeah. BBB. That's it, Simon. The Oxford Solarizer. Bike's outside but cover. The solar panel slots in the front of your bike cover and just keeps it topped up. Good bit of kit. Tom, mine just vibrates the terminals to save on the charge. That's an MT for you. And I'm not even going to go into the last question. I have said it on so many videos about petrol. Is my bike safe running on E10?
E10, E5, E9, E8, EE.
Oh, someone's around there wants to give you a cup of
These
tea.
bloody E numbers, I'm getting sick of them.
Yeah, stick to the super. I'm just going to say one thing: stick to the super unleaded. If you've just paid 2 or 3 grand for a bike, for the extra 10 or 15p a litre, go and put the decent fuel in it. E10 it will run on it, but you're going to get crap load of performance issues because it is not. It's a lower octane fuel. You've got 95 octane, which is your crap. 97 octane and upwards, which is going to be the super unleaded. So put some decent fuel in it.
Can I just say something, Rev?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been running mine on E10 since E10 came out, and I haven't had a problem with it.
Some people don't. It depends if you're leaving the bike stood for a long time.
Yeah.
Because E10 will attract moisture. In the summer, it's fine, but if you're going to go and store it over the winter, you're going to... Yeah. But, yeah. But the decent fuel now used to be the crap fuel. Exactly, that's true. As Andy said,
I
I
was going to say you can't get a super unleaded anymore, can you? It's just a normal old leaded now.
Yeah, it's just the normal old stuff. Yeah, you can't get the decent stuff because that used to be, I think it was 99 octane, but you can't get the 99 anymore. What you need to do is go back in time and get some of the leaded 5-star that used to be sold. That stuff was potent.
So yeah, 4-star, 2-star, and 3-star. That was it. You knew where you were with that.
Yeah.
Run it on ethanol.
Oh, the old 2-star. Yeah.
Bit of 2-star. Lovely.
Yeah, mine runs terrible. It does backwards farts into the airbox. So there we go. That's what E10 will do. Always go with the premium. It's not like you're trying to fill up a Hummer. Very, very true. So that is all the questions answered. Hooray!
Well, the good news is I've read earlier that one of the petrol stations has dropped their fuel by something like 12p a litre or something.
Texaco, I think, have gone cheap, haven't they?
Yeah, well, you know why they're all doing it? It's because the watchdogs are looking into it now, aren't they? So all the petrol companies are now panicking and dropping the fuels.
Well, someone was saying up by the Black Cat roundabout in Cambridgeshire. So you go out through Bedford, head up towards Cambridge. I think is it the A1, isn't it, Simon? Yeah.
A1, yeah.
Yeah, go up the A1. Just as you come off the Black Cat roundabout, a little bit further up, there is a Tesco filling station. There was a 7.5 mile queue today for people waiting to get into that petrol station because they dropped their fuel by 20 pence a litre.
Yeah, they're all dropping it somewhat chronic at the moment.
Yeah.
It's because the watchdogs are starting to look into it, into the, you know, the prices are charging.
They've got to
run on Scrumpy Tom, I would. Brilliant, mate.
Just need to sieve out the apple bits, yeah.
One ran on E5, the other on E10, both filled up the same. And the E5 bike, two fills, and the E10 had to fill up 3 times.
No, I've not noticed any difference at all on mine.
Yeah.
Well,
KG,
not mine with me.
fuel prices dropped over here too, and Andy's just said Shell's doubled its profits. Yeah. The one thing that gets me is obviously Amazon have said, "Oh, we've just made $114 billion this year profit." Well, how about sticking some of that and giving out some loans or something to people, or giving to charity or something?
Well, you know what it is they've whacked the fuel price up because we're all in lockdown and nobody was using any fuel, so they whacked the prices up. They've got the money back now and made a bit of profit. Yeah. And now, because all the government watchdogs are now looking into it and going, hang on a minute, they've started all dropping the prices again back down to normal levels because they know they're being looked into. You know, and it's like you say, it's like you got companies like Shell and BP and all that lot making double or triple the profits of what they made last year. And it's because they've got the money back now.
Yeah.
Sieve out the dead rats. Yeah, it's getting a little bit ridiculous out there. Right, 2 seconds. Carry on, Simon. I'm going to go and grab another beer. Back in a few.
Rightio. Well, I was going to say as well. He can't be here tonight because he's at a wedding. But Exeter rider congratulations on the 10,000 sub mark he reached this week. He's got a little video up.
Yeah,
So
well done,
congratulations, Exeter Rider. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
That's well deserved.
He's a good bloke, Exeter. I do like.
Yeah, I do like Exeter. I was watching one of them.
He spent an hour looking for me at the APR, and we'd already gone home. I mean,
Bloody hell.
that's commitment for you, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Well, I went earlier this year when I went down to Cornwall with the wife. I said, I'm coming down that way. He said, oh, what time will you be around the Exeter services? I'll meet you there. And I gave him a rough time. He did have to wait half hour because we was running late. There'd been an accident. But yeah, he's an absolute gent.
When you were going
really
down,
nice
I would have met up with you, Simon, because I was already geared up for it. But you slipped through Somerset without me.
I slipped through. Yeah, I think we went the other way, didn't we? We used the motorway round the other way.
You didn't come round the oval way, so I wouldn't.
No, I didn't come down the oval. I didn't go. I like using that A303 off the Stony thing.
What he's really
and you can
I love using that road all the way through. It's really twisty, windy, and
the rubberneckers.
Yeah, what he's really saying, how easy to use all the dirt tracks and the green laning just to bypass you. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's all right.
I'm joking, mate. Yeah.
I don't mind. Take his GTR and go around the M5 and the M4 is perfectly. That's because where most of them go, these GTR riders, they all stick to the main road.
We don't mind a few twiddly roads, but when it gets a bit muddy, we turn around and go home.
If you want to be on a muddy road behind a tractor, carrying some Wurzel turnips and shit. That's what you get in Somerset, mate, is most of it. You haven't lived until you've been stuck behind a tractor.
I do like the A303 where it's got some signs on it that says maximum speed 40 mile an hour. I always say over the intercom to the wife, I say, challenge accepted.
Try and get up to that speed if you can. I mean, I hate the 303s. I mean, I used to live in Western Sydney when we got the M5 running past it. During the summer holidays, and the kids are all off, you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't go to Bristol because on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the main slab used to be absolutely rammed with everybody coming back from or going to Cornwall.
That's it. So if you live on a direct route to a tourist destination, it's going to be busy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily down here, because the locals all know where to dodge and the flyovers, so you can go anywhere down here and not actually get on the 303. It's brilliant. Yeah. You can make it across there where you know where the flyover is. Get over. He's back.
All right, quick change of subject.
We're really talking about the nudes that someone was showing us.
Yeah.
These ties made in Thailand with a tuck and tape.
The nude.
Let's just go through some of these questions. I'd love to get in on some of the ride outs on my Titan. Any tips for my first long ride? Appreciate it. Keep your distance from the bike in front. Staggered formation.
Take sandwiches and a flask of coffee.
Yeah, and take a bottle of water.
Join the AA.
Yeah, join the AA.
And make sure you take plenty of breaks.
Plenty of fuel, tyre pressures, and any other fluids.
Yeah,
good powder check before you start off.
Was it they call it powder or petrol, wasn't it? There's two acronyms.
Check,
yeah. Well, also, make sure you take plenty of breaks.
Yeah, well done. By the way, Simon's already covered it. Well done to X. I did message him earlier this week. So, and obviously, Spicy's hit 100,000 subs. Premises is just short of that. He's at 97.5 at the moment. And John McLean, he said to me, blimey, he said, you're racking up the view count. Yeah, well, I think we're at 850,000 at the moment and climbing. So not long to 900,000 views, and then we're heading for the million. So I wouldn't mind the million subscribers, but I'm quite happy with the 2 and a bit I've got at the moment. Simon is catching me up big time at the moment. He's flying up behind me, and so's Cold Ducks now as well. So it does show the little ride group is getting, obviously...
Oh, hello, your friend's back. Your friend's back.
Hey, woo, naked women!
We found you a girl. Oh, really?
Click the link. Click the link.
Click the link.
Can we just tell you, look, We've all got jars of KY. We've all got exhaust pipes on a motorbike, so we're sorted. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
I always knew it. I knew when I bought my first bike, I knew that the women would fled and want to. And here's proof of it. They're on the live stream.
Yeah.
Throwing themselves at us. It's great.
Do you still get a plaque with 100,000 subs? Yes, you do. You get the silver plaque. Go and have a look at Spicy 110's latest video with him and Reno in the garden. He's got his silver plaque.
Still a play button, or is it a
quick one there. He said, "Is it normal for a maintenance light to come on at 1,000 miles?" They are time or mileage related. Yes, so it's a normal thing. Yeah, it's quickest way to reset it. On and off with a key. I think it's either 5 or 10 times in it, man.
No, you were. It's the trip button on the back.
Yeah.
The clock on the Michigan. You have to hold that down and turn the ignition on or something, and it resets.
That's it. Yeah. There's loads of way. John should say I've been losing something. I hate you. Yeah, I want to know, John. You put the sticker up on the sign. Someone went and pinched it the other week when Lockwood went out there, and they nicked quite a few of the stickers as well.
Okay.
So weird one, yeah, really, really weird. Obviously, talking of Mr. Naked Girls, that reminded me of the thing they did on, because obviously Milton Keynes used to have a radio station called Horizon Radio before it became the conglomerate and went for heart. There was a certain DJ on it called Trevor Marshall. If everybody remembers Trevor Marshall.
I remember Trevor, yeah.
Yeah, he actually got himself reprimanded and a 3-month ban from Horizon Radio for allowing a live caller on the station. With Heart or any of the stations now, it's all pre-recorded and they check it for swearing, so it stops anybody swearing live on air. Trevor Marshall done a competition where you could win 2 cinema tickets to go to Milton Keynes. Back then it was Milton Keynes Point, the Point in Milton Keynes, the Odeon, to watch any film of your choice with a friend. You had to find a word that was not in the English language. And someone phoned up, he's like, "Where are you from?" "My name's John." "Where are you from?" "I live in Milton Keynes." "All right." He said, what's the favourite, what is the word? He said, "That's not in the English language." And he went, "Oh, it's go fen." "Oh, no, go feck." And he went, "How do you spell it?" He went, GOFEK. And he went, "Oh," he said, "how would you use that word?" He went, "Go feck yourself." Oops, banned him off the radio. "Oh, I do apologise that." Someone else phoned up, slightly different accent. He went, "What's your name?" He said, "Blah, blah, blah." "Where do you live?" "Oh, I'm from Milton Keynes." And he went, "What's the word?" He went, "Schmee, SCHMEE." And he went, "And how would you use that in a sentence?" It's Schmee again. "Go feck yourself." So he got himself a double ban. So yeah, that was the story of why Horizon Radio got a little bit of a reprimand. That was about 25 years ago now. Tom just said, "I tend to lose 3 in game 1." Subs go up and down, up and down, up and down, unless you're doing something crazily stupid, popping wheelies or taking wing mirrors. People just tend to click through. You only tend to find that the bikers will watch another biker's video just to see what goes on. Simon knows what I'm on about.
Yeah.
And cheers, guys. I came on 1K, went off at 10:50. I was on 150 mile, right? It went off before I got to the next service station. There we go.
It does actually go off after a certain amount of mileage as well on the Michigan. But apparently it's something to do with a trip button on the back. And I think, it's like standing on your head in a bucket of water and sweep the broom, and whatever thing. I know it's on the Michigan's owners group on Facebook, and somebody's explained it on there, and it's one of those sort of tricks.
Yeah.
So,
we started something with these foxes afloat. I'm going to message them and say we were chatting with you about you on the bike channel. So yeah, you owe us some stuff. Send some of your canal people our way. But then again,
you really want to encourage that, Fred? Come on.
That's true. Yeah, whatever floats your boat, as they say.
I got a bit angry with the Michigan's owners group yesterday because somebody asked a question about putting an LED light bulb in their bike, in the standard headlight. And I went, no, don't do it because it can affect your MOT because of the beam pattern, because of what you said the other week, Rev.
That's it, yeah.
So I put that and I said, you're better off changing the whole unit. And this person went, well, I didn't fail its MOT. And I'm like, well, yeah, because you've changed the whole unit. What I actually said was, if you put an LED bulb in the Michigan headlight, the standard headlight, it affects the beam pattern. It's like, read what I bloody put, you know. It's like, some people are so quick to comment without actually reading what you've actually said. It's like, I just felt like hitting my head against a brick wall with a bloke. It's like...
They'll know on the. You see, that's the normal thing is the LED bulbs, or small number plate, or the loud, or you'll have someone that's got a loud exhaust. I don't mind a loud exhaust as long as it's not ear-bleedingly loud. Doesn't bother me.
But you know, it's like I say, there is a certain brand of LED headlight what a lot of people are putting on the Michigan. You get it off Amazon, and it's a plug and play job. You know, so it's quite an easy.
Oh, the one with the 5 bulbs at the top, the Denali.
Yeah, it's I think it's Winchon, or I don't bloody know the name of it. But it's a certain brand anyway. It fits straight into the Michigan, plug and play, straight onto it. But the actual person asked, can I put an LED bulb into my Michigan headlight? And my reply was, no, don't do it, because you'll fail your MOT.
Yeah,
you know.
if you put, a standard headlight is designed to pick up the beam or the irradiation of that bulb, and a bulb is set up with a filament you'll normally see. You've got a little metal, there's a little metal plate just under the bulb.
Yeah,
which deflects the bulb to give you the beam pattern. Quick one from Tom. He's just said, I put my baffles in for an MOT. Baffles don't, unless if it quietens the bike down, yes. But baffles are not part of an MOT anymore.
It's the examiner's discretion, isn't it? So.
It's at the examiner's discretion, but the actual rules state that the sound of the exhaust must be similar to another bike running a standard exhaust. So basically, if you've got 2 GTR 1400s in, one's got straight pipe on it, the other one's got the standard can, is that straight pipe going to be louder than the standard can? Of course it is. So it would either be a loud exhaust or at the discretion of the tester, he would fail it.
So what you do there, Tom, is you find the MOT, go around the MOT centres, find the guy with the hearing aids in, and take it there.
Coach just said, you guys will fail inspection putting LED in a bulb. Yes, what you get, and it's the easiest way to... Let me just find my notepad.
It affects the beam pattern.
Yeah, it's the beam pattern that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, so what you would get, imagine that is your beam testing machine. So it's normally a window with a little square. On the back of your beam tester, you will have a set of dotted lines. And the idea is that your beam pattern should be no lower than that one or no higher than that one. So it should fall within that, I think it's a 10% margin or something. If it's a standard headlight bulb, your beam pattern should look like that. So you will have a flat line and then it'll have a kick up to the left. So it will illuminate the near side of the road. You'll get a kick up to illuminate the near side of the road. What you will get with an LED bulb is that you will get a big blur. So there is no beam pattern to the bulb, and that is what fails the MOT. You have to have a flat line with a kick up to the left-hand side.
Yeah, because that's why when we take a UK vehicle to Europe, you're meant to put a yellow filter onto it because of the beam pattern. Because our red lights all point to the left, whereas in Europe they all point to the right.
Yeah.
So if it was a European bike coming in, you'll have a kick up to the right, but you can alter it and put just complete flat line by using what's called a beam bender, which is like a little sticky thing that just covers that kick up.
Yeah.
Quick one, Sonny said, I've got a Lextec OP1. It's pretty loud. If it's an aftermarket exhaust and it's E-rated, or it says, it doesn't say for track use only or not for road use, then back again. Have a good time. Come and find love. Thank you very much.
I'd love to. But this bloke keeps getting rid of it before I can click on it. So come back again.
I do love all these. Come and join Naked HD. No thanks, mate. Not my cup of tea. So, bye bye to you. All right. Let me just do that. I love sticking that in the community guidelines. Let YouTube deal with it. Pornography or sexually explicit material. I should have put it down as hate speech, shouldn't I? It's like, that'll get me.
It's like get everybody to just keep clicking on report the message. You will get blocked eventually.
I love it because every time they come in with that, they're basically spending money on my channel. So thank you very much. If you do want to, if they want to donate to my channel, there is a link in the YouTube where you can send money. I don't mind.
Oh yeah, but speaking of which, Rev,
yes.
you need to check your Gmail.
Why is that?
Check it.
Hang on then. Let me have a quick look.
To do with your PayPal and your merchandise store.
Oh.
I've ordered something.
Thank you very much. I'll chuck you some stickers out with that, mate. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
That'll be the second one that I've managed to sell. So it's not even covered the print costs yet.
Oh.
Good night, Andy. Andy's off.
Yeah. Good night, Andy.
Good night, Andy. Have a great one, mate. Take care. Yeah.
Can't put that on me.
Andy's my right power. Sometimes they pick up, sometimes not. Exactly. Andy, my Akropovic. So that's the other one. People say Akaprovic or Akraprovic. It's not. It's Akropovic. Is the correct way to spell it. So yeah, all the lights are LED. If the new bikes, a lot of the new bikes are LED.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say a lot of the new stuff nowadays, even cars are LEDs, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. RB is Naked HD.
The only thing what worries me about everything going LED is if one of the LEDs decide to back up, which I know on LEDs it's very, it's not a high chance of it happening, is how much is it going to cost to change the bloody light unit?
You don't have to. For an LED, say like for instance, you've got an LED tail light, there's 40 LEDs in it.
Yeah.
And you've got 3 of them that aren't working, but the rest do. It's not an MOT failure. You have to have 50% of those LEDs must be failing. So you count them. If it's a 40 unit and only 19 of those have failed, and you've got 21 working, it's less than 50%, so it would pass. Anything over 50% on an LED would fail.
You see, if it's not a sealed unit and you can get into it, it's easy enough to get some LEDs from RS.
Yeah, but the sealed units are usually reserved for the rear brake lights and tail lights. The headlight units will all have to put the interchangeable parts. So
yeah,
I was going to say, because you can, if you're like me, I'd take the bloody thing to bits and get some LEDs off RS components and put new LEDs in it.
Coach just said the only inspections they have are the emissions tests. In England, you do not need an emissions test on a bike at all. Even if it could be a 40-year-old bike, 20-year-old bike, or a 5-year-old bike, there is no emissions test on a motorcycle. As long as it is not belching huge, great clouds of blue or black smoke. So once again, tester's discretion.
Do you test the rider as well for their emissions test?
I'd fail that one.
Yeah, fail that one.
Yeah.
There you go. Failed it again.
But yeah, it's a bit of a weird. When it comes to MOTs, it is a really, really weird. It's a very, very fine line because all they're trying to do is obviously catch people out that have modified their bikes to the absolute maximum. So that's the reason why all these new rules and regulations have all come in.
Yeah, I was going to say they're fetching new rules and regs to say you can't do this, you can't do that. The bike's got to be near enough as it came out of the factory,
Exactly.
Which is going to spoil it.
Failure you found.
See, the thing is, everybody likes putting little bits and pieces on their bike. So everyone says, I've got a new can, I've got this, I'm going to put bar risers on it, or I'm going to put crash bars on my bike, or I'm going to add a couple of spotlights. you know, it's getting a bit stupid now, where the government just wants to say, no, you have to have a standard stock bike, and you've got to look like 200 other people that have all got the same bike.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where people are going to start rapping and
give it up. You might
paint
have
jobs
sat in
or
a
something.
car then, mightn't you? Looking like every other fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's the most common failure in the MOTs you find there, Rev?
Believe it or not, it's headlight alignment, where it's either pointing down or pointing at the sky.
Not tires or brakes or anything, or
brake pads. We've had quite a lot of people don't even bother to look down inside the caliper to see how much brake pad material they've got, and they'll come in for an MOT. So brakes, tires, wearing in the centre where they've got no wet, you know, loads of wear on the edges, and the tyres brand new in the centre. But you must have 1 mil for at least, I think it's 75% of the circumference of the tyre.
Oh, it's 2/3. Is it 2/3?
Yeah, 2/3. Yeah, 75%, 2/3. Yeah. Stuart just said, sorry guys, running off topic a bit. I'm early 30s, just started to learn to ride. Looking at getting a 2019 LXR, roughly 5k on the clock. What should I look out for in a poorly kept bike? Check out for rust. Yeah, make sure, you know, frame rust is the main thing. Check the coolant level. Look at the quality of the oil. Just pop the dipstick out and look at the colour of the oil. Ask them when they last serviced it. Ask them if you can just literally take it for a short run to the end of the street and back. Try your brakes out. Make sure your brakes are all good. Click through your gears. Make sure your gears are all good. Clutch is adjusted well. The easiest thing to do, and a lot of bikes fail on it, stick a finger dead centre in the centre on the headstock of the bike. Hold the front wheel.
I wonder where he's going with that finger then.
Yeah. So,
Stuart, if you're going to go buy a bike and you're going to a private sale, have a look around and see whether the place looks an absolute trash or not. Have a look, see how well kept the bike is. I mean, if the place looks like a dump, walk away, because if they treat their property like that, they treat their bike. Have a look at your surroundings. Have a look at the rider. If he looks like he's a kind of guy that goes around with his fist fully doing this, walk away, because that's a thrash bike.
Yeah,
He's a sensible looking bloke. He's keen. His gardens is well. I'm not saying it's like reflects on what he keeps his vehicles like. Reflects on how he lives, and that's how I look at it. If I'm going to an absolute dump and there's a bike there, the bike looks pristine, the place looks a dump. Hang on, I'll go over there. Honestly, it really is.
Also, look at the age of the rider.
Yeah.
That'll be funny, because if it's a 17, 18-year-old you're buying it off, you can guarantee that thing's been thrashed to death.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if it's an older person like Muggins here, you know, you don't, you know.
Exactly. Are they easy to maintain? Yeah. As I keep banging on in my videos, good coat of ACF 50 once a week over the bike, just to keep the rust, inhibit the rust, stop stuff coming through. Check the service history of the bike. But, you know, as Howie said, you know, you can tell a lot from the age of the rider. We normally say to people, oh, I'm looking at a second-hand bike. Should I go look on Facebook for it? Yes. But with some 125s, you're buying somebody else's nightmare. So, yeah, just be careful. As I say, buyer beware. Exeter, well done on the 10,000, mate. Yeah, well done, buddy.
Yeah, well done, Exeter, while you're in.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Another thing as well, look at the chain and the sprocket and see whether they've been lubed, because that's a giveaway straight away. If it's looking rusty and horrible, you know they've not looked after it.
Exactly, yeah. You can tell a lot by just checking the bike over and seeing if it looks clean, you know, what's the condition of it. Do the tyres look like someone's been doing burnouts with it? That's another quick thing. But as I say, you know, if you're in any doubt at all, there are lots of second-hand bikes out there. Don't just grab the first one you see. Shop around it. Yeah. If in doubt, walk away.
If you can, buy a new one.
Yeah, we'll buy a new one. Yeah.
Buy a new one, then you know the history of it, because you'd be the first person to put your leg over it. So, yeah.
It's like my Michigan. You know, it gets washed, it gets ACF 50, the chain gets lubed and cleaned and whatever. And like I say, I've just bought this stuff so I can check the tension on it. You know, I look after mine.
Exactly.
You know, and it's sat under 3 covers, so you know. It's
right. I am definitely in here for another hour. I can hear Neighbours. She's watching Neighbours, the reunion now.
Oh no! Oh.
Oh, God's sake. Yeah.
There we go. My MT125 is up for sale. Well, as soon as I get the bits back from the powder coating guy, yeah. If you want a decent MT125, go and talk to John Dyard McLean, and that'll be a little bit of a thing
You
for
can see
you.
from the evidence of John's videos that he hasn't thrashed it.
Yeah.
Or dropped it and bought 3 clutch levers. Yeah.
Well, if you look at what was it, Faye from Tins on Tour, because we obviously steered her to a Michigan. She got hers up north. I think Tins and Tour up by you, Matt, somewhere up north.
Oh yeah.
But
That's the dealer I first went to.
Yeah. She went and bought that Michigan, but obviously it was in all of her videos, her learning before she went and got a Mod 1 and Mod 2. But she actually sold it for, I think, about £300 less than she paid for it. Because, my husband's a YouTuber. And everyone went, yeah. And the person that bought it actually went, I've got Faye's bike from Tins on Tour.
Yeah. Well, the thing about them, though, at the moment, though, is the Michigans I've noticed are actually the older ones, like mine, like the 20, the old Euro 4s before the E5s.
Yeah.
I got mine before the E5 kicked in and they whacked the prices all. And I know they're selling for near enough what I paid brand new for mine now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Second hand.
I'm not the only one that drops bikes, I'm not the only one.
always have a look at the foot pegs and run your fingers around it and the ends of see if there's any sort of like evidence of rough metal and that whether it's been dropped or not.
Bar ends, levers, or check the ends and mirrors.
Yeah, always check that. Yeah.
You can pick up panels on it, but yeah, you can always tell from the mirrors or the bar ends or the levers.
Underneath where the peg is, whether they put their knee down on it.
Exactly.
I admit I've dropped mine.
Yeah, everybody.
I came off worse on the bike.
Yeah,
I came off worse on the bike.
You get people that dropped bikes and people that are due to drop bikes. Everybody will drop bikes.
It's a fact, right? On my bikes. Now, I drop one bike and I don't drop the next one I buy. And then the one after that, I've always dropped. So I've always gone drop bike, not drop to bike, drop to bike, not drop to bike. That's always been what I've kind of thought about this a couple of months back. And all the bikes I've gone through, every time I get another bike, it's either I'll drop it or I won't drop it. I'm now on a won't drop bike. So I'm happy with that. That's true. Absolutely.
So by the weekend, you're going to have dropped it.
The other one fell over when I was down in West Bay because the top box and it just fell over and nearly hit my leg. But most of the time when they fall over, I'm not on them. Funny enough.
Someone's here. Mark's here. The Escher Vlogster. Evening, Mark.
I'm going to shoot off now because I've, said I was only in for 10 minutes, but it's gone on way.
Have another glass of wine.
As much as I love you all, you biking blokes, I'm going to shoot off.
Mine fainted from overwork on Sunday in gravel. Gravel is the worst thing to be on, believe it or not. So unfortunately, things like that do happen. Right, let me get him in. Here he is. He's in the stream. Evening, buddy. Oh, look, they're out on the wild
man laying down.
Lewis Hampton Lockwood. You can't handle it.
Pissed again. Evening, buddy.
How you doing? How are you guys?
Hi, guys.
Wild bad weekend.
Well, bad weekend. That twin's looking. Have you got?
Is that a bit like Brokeback Mountain?
Quite hard to hear you.
Excellent.
The top just jump in.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Jump back. Show you around. You want to see it? You want to see it?
Yeah. Give us a show round, boys.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's go. Hold on. There we go. Let's go full stream. The show's yours.
Ooh, very good.
That's a big old event, isn't it?
Just watch out for the sheep.
Look at
the size of the beer tent. Look at the beer tent.
You're in Scotland. It ain't going to be a little beer tent, is it?
No.
No, they're in Derbyshire, aren't they?
Oh, they're in
I
Derby,
have
aren't
no
they?
idea.
Yeah, that's what I said. Watch out for the sheep. Yeah.
Horse just I got chased by a guy in a Sinis Apaches the other day. Jesus. Exactly, yeah.
Awesome.
No, there's
Oh,
a
they get a
man
live
setting up.
band as well. They get a band as well. Jesus. Oh, here we go.
Campers like it.
Two campers are here.
I thought we was watching Brokeback Mountain, but there you go.
There you go. So thought I'd drop in just to show you, but that's it.
Cheers for coming in, buddy.
Nice seeing you, Mark.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, mate.
Might see me again soon.
See you again. Right safe. Excellent. They're having a blast out there. We missed out on that this year. We could have gone.
No, I looked into that
Camping,
when
not doing it.
I looked into that when they were on about it, and I know it's based in just up the road from me. That Wild Bat is, and then they take them off on a long ride into somewhere in Derbyshire, and they camp, don't they? It's all set up for them. So.
Jesus, never realised how mental Bedford was until then. So I got in there. He's bleeding hell. Yeah, there's nutters everywhere. Absolute nutters everywhere. And it's lovely to see the Scottish contingent. Yeah.
The only advice I can give you is pass your A license, get a bigger bike, and then they won't be able to catch you.
Exactly.
Or buy a nice Oxford chain with a big padlock on the end of it, and carry it around, wrapped around you.
Yeah. You know the best one to use though.
Is that?
Get yourself a tin of Zippo fluid.
Yeah.
Your little Zippo fluid and a match.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried flicking a match on someone covered in Zippo fluid while you're riding along? It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Let them get alongside you and grab the front brake and watch how quickly they fall off. There's another option.
Yeah, do a Mark Marquez.
Have some of that.
Yeah, have some of that.
Yeah, or go around to the Europe, get them on your left side and hit the kill switch.
Yeah. Just make sure you hit
flying
it
off of it. Yeah, watch him go flying off the bike as everything locks up on him. You know.
Yeah. You get the nutters out there, don't you?
Yeah, luckily enough, we don't get that in Nottingham. We have a lot of bike thefts, but in certain areas.
You have to watch out in Nottingham because there's too many people with bows and arrows, isn't there?
Well, no, it's called Shootingham. Nottingham is. It's got the nickname Shootingham.
Yeah.
But there is certain areas where bike theft seems to be, an issue. But the police are clamping down on that. They've actually caught quite a few in the last few weeks. But as regards idiots with machetes and whatever trying to get bike while you're on it, never seen anything like it up here. So
there was, I think it was it's either Singapore or Korea, and they had a couple of lads. They basically pulled up on a bike, put the handgun up, and threatened the guy on the bike. The guy pulled up in the car and just opened up, and he was an unarmed cop. He was
that was South America. It was one of the Brazil or somewhere like that. I saw that video. Yeah, they put the guy in front of him, pointing a gun at him, and before they knew it, they were both kissing the concrete because there was an unmarked copper in his car, and he just got out and opened fire straight on both of them and took them down there and there.
Oh, the naked ladies again.
Oh, here we go. More fun with the naked dating.
You're fucking popular tonight, aren't you? Jesus.
I know. They do like me tonight, don't they? Right. Another one who stick out to the report channel. It's all fun for me. Gives me something to do while you guys are all chatting. Goes against community. Does it go against community guidelines? I don't know. Probably. I haven't clicked the link, and I don't want to go clicking the link.
Don't talk to me about community guidelines. You meant the Facebook fans I had.
That could be half your subscriber count there, Simon.
It could be, couldn't it?
WK legend once you've gone next to the engineer. Oh, blimey. They arrest him now waiting for the speed fires come through. Jesus. I never asked for the ammo. Yeah.
No, just get a decent Oxford chain with a big heavy padlock on the end of it and swing that around at him.
Yeah,
They'll
you
soon
get
back off.
to-
Or
you get
hope
some-
there's an old hope there's an old granny walking down the road with a handbag. I don't know if you saw that video of the jewel thieves trying to break
but
in,
they get
smashing up a
but the
jeweller's.
car hits them and they boom, 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 off down the road.
No, this old woman comes running across down the street with a handbag and starts swinging a handbag at them. It's quite a funny video.
There's one that was on the YouTube. It's I think it's 2 lots of bikes. John's just said, right, I'm off. My missus, not miss. Why don't we go and watch some beach? Yeah, they probably want to watch the Neighbours reunion.
Yeah.
Probably everybody's watching it tonight. There was one. It's one of the YouTube videos, but basically these 2 guys pull up, and they're both on scooters, and they grab this bloke's briefcase and the woman's handbag on their bikes, and they peg it down the road, but they're being tracked by CCTV. And the old cop car pulls out the side junction and just hits them head on, and it's like, well, just watch them go flying down the road. Yeah, and unfortunately, it was a shame, but both motorcyclists died. Well, if you're going to go and steal, you deserve the consequences, unfortunately.
Well, they call that tactical contact or something. No?
Tactical contact.
That's it.
It was more like ram them off the road.
Ram the fuckers off the bike, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Makes me laugh when they use terms like that. We use tactical
KD's, I'll see you later,
contact.
KD.
Yep. Cheers, Cody.
Yeah,
it makes me chuckle when they come on with that on these police things. You know, we use tactical manoeuvres or tactical contact. In other words, you ram them off the chuffing thing. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Well, they deserve it. Tough. If you're going to steal,
bring back bull bars.
Well, there was a spate of bikes that went missing in Milton Keynes in the last couple of weeks when they're signing the big bikes, and it's not the little bikes they're nicking, it's the big ones now. And they went and stole a guy's Triumph Scrambler, but it was I could hear it coming down the road, and I knew, hang on, that's a Scrambler. No helmet, ski mask on.
Yeah.
KTM, he had a KTM 125 behind him, no helmet again. Obviously pegging it. By the time I'd flipped round and chased him and got an eye full of the Triumph, that's the Triumph, but it was completely blacked out. They rattle canned the whole bike, even the headlight, the clocks, everything on it. Just literally took an aerosol can to it to hide all the paintwork. But the silly sod evaded all the cars that night and went and parked it in his front garden.
What?
Yeah. Someone spotted it, obviously put it on the bikers page, and they got the bike back. But they got banged up for it. Now, the only thing is, there's I'd say about 70 bikers in Milton Keynes that all know where this guy lives now, and he's been put down for 4 months. So, God help him when he gets out of prison. So he's going to end up with the consequences. As I say, revenge is a dish best served cold.
Yeah.
Really? Crazy to have bikers off to watch Neighbours. Not my cup of tea.
I can dress up like Carly for you if you want me to, you know.
I was more into Mrs. Mangle. Yeah.
I've just seen her off the food. So
no, there is I mean, as much as the craze that people call his people called in his Black Widow soft culture. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, found him. Yeah, as I say, let it go cold and then deal the punishment out after.
Yeah.
There's enough bikers in Milton. Look at the size of that bloody beer fridge he's got back there. There's enough. Right, we're all off around to Simon's next week then for the live stream.
And people wonder why I sometimes fall asleep on live streams.
Yeah. It's because he ain't got that far to walk to his fridge, and that's what it is.
Oh, Abbott Ale. Hey.
Reserve.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, he's Paul's just said he got the Dilligaff shirt on. Yes, he has.
Yeah.
I won't say what I'm wearing tonight, but oh look.
Oh, there you go. It's Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
I've got the Lockwood shirt on tonight, so Got to support the team,
Cool.
mate. Got to support the team.
Cool.
It's me. Oh, hang on. There we are. Someone's in the stream. I reckon
Oh,
they've been
hello.
watching
Phil,
you.
evening.
Phil's here. Evening, Phil. All good fun. All good fun. Yeah, ACF 50. Nothing wrong with a bit of ACF 50, I tell you.
I'll tell you what, I witnessed, I've got to tell everybody this, I witnessed a miracle today because some weeks ago we will remember that we agreed that Red Bomb was going to get paid in pizzas. And I actually witnessed today Rev Bomb refusing his wages. Somebody turned up at the garage with pizzas and Rev Bomb said, no, we don't need them. So he's actually working, not even for pizza now. He's doing it absolutely free. So yeah, congratulations. Well done, Rev.
It's true. Paul's just said, "Oh, don't talk about you borrowing all the 10 mils." I've actually went out and bought myself a new socket set last week, so I now have 4 10mm sockets. And I think Rev's got ACF 50 on his camera. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I ACF the hell out of everything. So yeah, Tom's just said use ACF 50 all the time.
His wife will never rust.
Yeah, she won't rust. Yeah.
That stuff there.
That's the stuff.
There it is. That's what you need to get. Solves all your problems.
Exactly. All my socket handles run away for some reason. Yeah.
Do you know how I've never managed to lose my 10mm socket?
Because it's attached to your spanner.
I always leave it on the ratchet.
Yeah, about to say leave it on the ratchet.
I know it's got a 10mm socket on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Best thing
It's
for
the
it.
one you need most of the time. So.
No, the only thing was because obviously all my stuff is all snap-on, but my big batteries, I had 2 batteries pack up last week, so I'm down to 1 battery. Spoke to our snap-on guy, and I said to him, I said, "Oh, how much are the batteries?" And they work out they're about £200 a battery, and I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ! Is there any tools you need?" I said, "The only thing I need is it's basically little, like the belt linishers, the belt finger file, Simon." Little belt sounder. He said, "Oh, we've got one of those in, but it's £800, but you get 2 batteries with it." And I went, "I'll have it." So I've got myself a belt sander now, but I've got 2 batteries with it. So
what happens if your belt doesn't need sanding? Can you use it for anything else?
I'll tell you what, it's great for getting into little small crevices. If you need to file something away, we had was it Sinis Terrain in, and we got the brake pads, but where they hook in, you've got a little lug where they clip under. And they were just too wide to actually fit into the slider. So Phil said, "No, get the little finger file and just file it down." And they actually went in. So yeah, it's had its uses. So done well with it.
Can't beat it when it goes in.
Yeah, there we are. He just said, "What about the £800 belt sander?" I've got to keep my tool account going. That's the thing. But all my tools now, it's great because I can go to my drawer and bump, and I haven't got to spend hours waiting to try and borrow something off of someone. So it does work well. As I say, you can never have too many tools unless you work with them.
I'm looking at 3 tools on the screen now. So
I was lucky in my old job because one of the customers we used to go to was a tool manufacturer. And whenever they fetched out a new screwdriver or something, as an engineer, they go, "Oh, do you want one of these?" And it's like another screwdriver to my collection, And these kids like, bloody screwdrivers for nothing, tools engineers. So.
Yeah. Paul's just said, "What's better in your opinion, Black Widow or Lextech?" They're both good cans. If you want to put a decent can on, go Black Widow. But you're paying. It's like anything. You're paying for the name. A Lextech can will do the job, and I've actually seen some ZZRs that have got Lextech cans on them, and they sound really, really good. So nothing. There's nothing wrong with it.
The old Beowulf on the ZZR. That's a nice sounding can.
The only thing I find infuriating about Lextech is if you go on there and search for an exhaust for a Lexmoto Michigan, it comes up with nothing. But if you go in there and type in Sinister Hoodlum,
up it comes.
They're all there. They're all there. And it's like,
they got it. They got it. What's what they got it linked as, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a. It's annoying because it's like you start going looking for bits.
You can bribe him with that one, Phil. Sorry, you can bribe him with that one, Phil. Yeah, bribe him.
She already knows. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Even less pizzas a week now.
Yeah. Black Widow is very good. Yeah, especially when you take the baffle out. Yeah, Black Widow cans baffles out. I've got.
At the end of the day, exhaust is your preference. You can't always tell what they sound like before you buy them, but someone will have one on a bike somewhere, and you like the sound of it.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to budget, what you can afford and what you want. So, but yeah, I mean, I had Acroprobics on my last bike had Acroprobics on it. This one hasn't. I did like the sound of the Acroprobic, but I'm not willing to spend £900 on one. So,
and Simon's exhaust sounds good because he had it cut down and redone.
It's a bespoke exhaust.
It's a bespoke, yeah, bespoke exhaust, exactly. But it does sound good. That's the thing. It does. It is a good sound outlet. You know, the only thing is obviously altering any bike by putting an aftermarket can on is that you're altering the bike from how it's been set up in the factory. So you're going to be altering your back pressures. You're going to be altering the sound of it. So,
but the majority of the time, if you're just replacing the end can and things, the majority of the time, any bike with electronic ignition will adjust for certain tolerances. It's only if you start putting straight through systems on that you need to get it remapped and everything else. But yeah,
because it made me.
Tom's get delivered by mistake. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. That reminded me of that picture of the guy on the tube, big bunch of flowers and an Acroprobic exhaust on his back.
Yeah, that was funny.
So
I say to the wife all the time, I go on these sites and I order flowers and diamonds and clothes, and bike parts turn up. So I think it's a problem with the website.
Exactly. Definitely.
You might be able to answer this, Red Bomb, because it came up in the Michigan's owners group the other week. Do you know the standard exhaust on the Michigan?
Yes.
Has it got baffles in it?
Yes, it has inside internal baffles. But it's actually welded. It's welded as a one-piece unit, so you can't take it apart. Yeah,
because somebody was saying, "Oh, I'm going to take, sort of take the end off and drill the rivets out and see if it's, Tom, see if it's got baffles in it, And it was like, I'm just one of these people who, if it ain't broke, don't touch it. Sort of
exactly. Don't order the bike. It comes as standard. Don't go messing with it. Let your warranty expire.
I'm happy with what noise mine makes. I'm perfectly happy with it. I don't want to be riding around with earplugs in.
Yeah. Because the only thing the Lexmoto have said is obviously you can fit Lexmoto can to the bike. It will not affect the warranty. But if you go and obviously alter the bike in any other way, then you may invalidate the warranty. So simple things like
it's one as well. If you put on your insurance, you haven't modified the bike anyway, and you put an aftermarket exhaust can on it, have you modified the bike to the point where they're not going to pay out?
Exactly.
Well, funnily enough, when I reinsured my Michigan, I actually told them that I put the saddle bags on it because it is classified as a modification. And that was with Bikeshaw.
Yeah, that's what Bikeshaw said to me because she said, "Have you got any aftermarket accessories?" I said, "Well, I've got bar risers on it. I've got heated grips. I've got a sat nav on it. The top boxes, the panniers, the grills, and the mirrors have been repainted." And they actually said to me, "Oh, can you send us some photos?" Because they wanted to see. They wanted a front, a rear, 2 side shots, a shot of the seat, and a shot of the dashboard.
Yeah.
And they actually came back to me and said, it has been modified. Your insurance will be the same because it's not affecting the performance of the bike. But they actually came back with a £5,000 valuation. So happy days, the bike's gone up £1,000.
Well, that's what I said to them. They said, "Oh, you're going to need a mod."
The bike's gone up £1,000 until they got to pay out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's guaranteed payout.
Yeah, when they asked me if I'd done any mods to it, I went, "Oh, I've put saddlebags on it." And I went, "Yeah, that's a modification." Didn't affect the insurance price. It was just they knew about it,
Yeah.
So,
see, with mine,
it didn't affect how much I was paying them. It just sort of like they just went, "Thank you,"
I've got to hide this bit because it's got my address on it, so I've got to be a bit careful. Right, there we go. So that's what Bikeshaw sent me. So pleasure to blah blah blah. They valued it at £5,000, but they said that we're pleasure in closing your insurance policy, your Kawasaki GTR. Agreed value of £5,000 in the important in the event of a total loss. You should not accept any settlement offer as this is the agreed value. So it cost me another £50 to do that.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because that's what I did with the ZX7, and I had that insured at £4,000. So should I write the bike off, they will pay out that amount. They will make the insurance company pay that amount out because it is an agreed value. But you do pay a fee for having it valued. But as I say, if you're with Bikeshaw or any company, ask for a valuation quote and get photos and all the details of the bike over. Probably cost you between 50 and £100, but it's worth every penny to get an agreed valuation because all you need is a little old boy to come out that's got no knowledge of bikes and he'll go, oh, it's a £600 bike. No, I paid £2,000 for it 6 months ago. No, it's a £600 bike, mate. That's what I'm valuing it at. Get an agreed valuation.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing to do. Paul's just said if it moves, yeah, if it doesn't move, dip the whole bike in WD-40 entire back. I use earplugs all the time, especially with my. That was the other point because I got sent some really nice earplugs this week. I said to Phil, I said, "Oh, do you ever use it?" No, because I like to listen to the engine and I like to hear what's going on around me, which is another good point. If you've got earplugs in, how can you hear what's going on around you? Views, Simon?
Yeah. I sometimes wear earplugs, especially if I'm doing a very long ride. I'll use earplugs, but most of the earplugs, you can still hear sirens, engine noise, and all the rest of it. It cuts out that high-pitched noise you get from wind whistle and wind noise and everything else. So it cuts that out. But I usually listen to music while I'm riding as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have it loud. Yeah, sometimes I have it loud, sometimes I don't. But it's not in earplugs; it's actually in speakers in the helmet.
Yeah.
And someone said to me they didn't know how I could listen to music while I'm riding. How can you hear anything? And I said the same way you do in the car when you've got the radio playing. It depends how loud you've got the radio playing, doesn't it?
Exactly. That's because you've got Cardo, same as me, haven't you?
No, I've got interphone.
Oh, you got the interphone because with the Cardo you get the big JBL speakers on it, and they do half get up tight to your ears.
It depends on the helmet. I mean, if the helmet's got decent recesses in it, and then they don't touch your ears, and I've got the sharp wall, and that leaves plenty of room in there.
Yeah, that's the same as the Neotech. It's got recesses in it, so you can put the speakers in there for your cardio. Yeah. That's where mine are. Not mine.
Yeah, the Chewy Neotech is really good. That's the helmet I had before this one I've got, the Chewy Neotech.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was really very, very good for the interphone system I had in it. And I even had bigger speakers in it, so you can get clearer music and everything else.
But
and
you don't get the good thing I like about it is the wind noise with the Neotech. I know I don't go fast enough to get bloody wind noise, but you know, for me, it's a very quiet helmet. You know what I mean? It's good vision and it's very quiet.
It is when it's new, but I stopped using my Neotech when it got to about 4.5 years old.
Yeah.
Because I was getting a lot of wind noise through the sides. And that's why this time I've gone for a full face helmet rather than a modular, because after a while, because I mean I do 20,000 miles a year, so you know I'm quite high mileage, and I found after about 3 years the Neotech started making a lot of noise, and I've took it to shows and they've checked it all and they said no, it's working fine, but there was definitely more wind noise coming through it than there ever used to be. Which is why in the end I went, right, I'm going to just go for a full face helmet this time. And the only wind noise you're going to get is from the visor. So
because I like the fact
and the shark squall I use because I got the Neotech because it had a 5-year warranty on it. The shark squall is a third of the price and it's still got a 5-year warranty.
CDB has commented that his Cardo is very quiet and rubbish. My Cardo, believe it or not, is extremely loud. Now, obviously, are you? The one thing I will say: are you running your Cardo through the app on the phone?
And another thing, quickly, turn your volume up on your mobile phone.
Exactly. Because with my Cardo, it can't find it at the moment because it's looking for the unit. But on this, I can alter all the volumes on here. And once I've got the app running, I can actually, with the Cardo, you can just talk and go, "Hey Cardo, volume up. Hey Cardo, maximum volume," or "Hey Cardo, mute." So everything's all done by voice commands with the Cardo, which is great. And it also works with Google.
Yeah,
okay, it depends on the phone as well. I mean, my phone, whenever it does a restart after it's done an update, I'll turn the volume all the way up while I'm listening to a nice track. Then all of a sudden it goes to about half volume because the phone has got an earphone warning because it thinks you're listening on earphones. It's got an earphone warning system on it, and you can barely hear it. And I have to pull over, stop, turn that off, and then carry on again. But,
yeah, because I was going to say the most commonest thing is people forget that when you're running Bluetooth, because that's what it is. You have to turn the Bluetooth volume up on your phone.
yeah.
And exactly what Simon says, my phone does it. After a certain amount of time, it will go, "We've turned your volume down for you." And it's like, no, turn it back up again. You know. So, it could be.
Got Cardo Black, same as me. Then come both through the phone and the app.
Speakers.
That's weird.
Could be NAF speakers.
Yeah, it was quite one on
I've spoken to people all the time on my interphone set. I've been on fast lanes, I've been filtering, I've been overtaking, I've done all sorts. Well, I've been on the phone with all sorts of people, and they've all said they can hear me perfectly well. Yeah, again, the speaker is only an inch from your mouth, and having the full face helmet as well, it's a fixed position. Whereas if you've got a modular helmet, the mic's on a stalk which moves around a lot. So, hey, more naked women. Good love. We give you good love. We love you long time. $10.
There's a way around that, Simon. I've put mine in the cheek pad.
That's where mine is. Yeah, sitting in my cheek. My main car is around the front.
Yeah, because I've got a modular helmet. What I've done with both my microphones for the camera and the cardio are both mounted in the cheek pads.
You see,
if I mounted my microphone in my cheek pad while I'm trying to do a vlog, all you'll hear is the music that's playing in the background.
Yeah. But I do use
the Cardo because obviously they come as you get the standard speakers, or they say, "Oh, when I watched a lot of the review videos as to which unit to buy," and the guy that did the Cardo review said you're better off buying the big 25mm JBLs. They worked out they're another 50 quid, but them JBLs are bloody loud.
Yeah.
Crazy Dead Biker, in the cardio system, is there a mic volume you can turn up? Because I'm sure there is. I used to have a cardio scaler.
Yes, there is. There's a mic sensitivity thing.
Yeah. That might be why you Mrs. Crazy Dead Biker's having trouble hearing you. But,
yeah.
I don't have a problem with my car.
Or Crazy Dead Biker, it might be the fact you've got a very, very small girl's voice. I'm not sure. It could be.
See, because I've told Simon about. I've got cable tie mounts, which are little plastic mounts what you can, stick in the helmet and put a cable tie around it and hold it in place. So I use them for all my wiring.
I use clip ones. They're the same thing, but they're a clip. You can just put the cable through and clip down, and it's done. Then when you want to release it, you press in the middle and then lift up from the side.
Yeah.
So they're reusable. So that's why I use them ones.
Yeah. No, I've got
See you later, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, see you later, Paul. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Paul.
We've got about 15 minutes to go, and then we scoot across to part 2 of the Friday night live stream across with Simon.
Let's get that wrong.
1400. Yeah, so it's going to take me 10 minutes to say bye to everybody as normal.
10? Are you cutting it down this week?
A quick one, Mrs. Serious Morning Afternoon Patient was like, "No, I can't hear you." True, could be that. Yeah, and RB, isn't it past you? No, I'm not. Yes, I am normally asleep by this time of night, but Friday nights are normally reserved for the live stream. So normally I'm sat up here editing till about 10 o'clock at night, but Phil has said to me, he's like, right, no computer time, go and spend time with your missus. So I shall go and suffer neighbours for the next hour.
Why has your wife got to suffer?
Everybody loves good neighbours.
Oh, I tell you what, with all the crap she watches, it's normally Neighbours, Home and Away, Hollyoaks, Coronation Street, EastEnders.
I've heard the ending's fairly good. I've heard the ending's fairly good though, Simon. You'll like it.
Hmm.
Why is it? It's a load of electric bikes all crash into the houses and they burst into flames.
And they all burst into flames and they all
Yeah.
die horribly,
Yeah.
burning, screaming, while the fire brigade sit there and go, "Sorry, we can't put it out. It's an
yeah.
EV." Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Funnily
That's true.
enough, I will announce it now. Funnily enough, as a date in September, I'm going down to Lumi's Cafe
Oh,
because Zero Bikes have an open day,
Ooh.
and I have booked a test ride because
Yeah,
they wouldn't give me what I wanted in Peterborough. I've told them to go stuff it, and I've just found them, and they're doing a tour, Zero Bikes, and they're down in Lumi's, and so one Sunday I'm popping down there to do a little test ride on an electric bike, and I'm going to enter it with an open mind, even though I hate electric bikes, and I'm going to let them know that, and we'll see if they can change my idea.
oh,
Join
Ali
the pack.
Ali hasn't watched TV for about 3 years. Do you know what? Neither do we. We tend to watch either films that I've downloaded or Netflix or Amazon because there's bugger all. The only thing we do watch on the Sky is Law and Order because we are Law and Order fans. So, yeah.
Simon, can you let me know when you go and see it how big the spool is on the back where the top box goes for the mains lead?
Yeah.
See you later, Phil.
Night, Phil.
Cheers, Phil.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, let me know how big the cable spool is on the back for the mains lead.
How many miles is it to Lumi's, Simon?
It's quite a ride. It's a good couple of hours. I couldn't tell you how many miles it is off the top of my head, but it's one Sunday I'm doing it.
Is it less than 100?
Oh, yeah.
I might borrow my mate's Energica then and come down on an electric bike.
Yeah, you ride it on your fucking own. I ain't waiting for you.
And don't forget, every mile you've got to put a sign out what says trip hazard.
Oh,
That's it.
Simon, CDB has messaged you.
Oh, right. Is he?
Yeah.
My phone's gone all quiet.
Michael Bird said, bye, Phil. And there we go. Yeah, so BBB. Believe it or not, I've got one for BBB, actually. Glenn with the boat. He went to put he's got an electric pedal cycle, you know, the battery assisted pedal cycles. Went to put it on his boat and slipped, and it went in the canal, followed by him.
Oops.
Excellent. I couldn't have got that on video. That'd be worth 250 quid on you being framed.
Yeah. He went and bought another, had it delivered this week. But he said it now folds up and it's got a carry handle so he can carry it onto the boat.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't exactly fit it in your earring cupboard.
Oh, he has messaged me. Right, let me have a quick look.
He sent me a photo, but I ain't got my phone with me, so I've only got my watch.
Oh, let me have a quick butch while you guys are gassing. So, yeah, Mike sends. Turn on your automatic volume. Environment noise does not affect audio volume. That's what you need. If it's picking up background noise, it will lower the mic.
Yep.
Or if it gets noisy, it increases the volume. There you go.
Yeah, put your automatic volume on. That's the reason why. Try that. Yeah, he's got all these volumes on. So phone calls, blah blah blah.
Failing that, ditch it and buy an interphone. It's much better.
Yeah, I would say try the automatic volume to start with. And did you get the photo this week on from Andy, Simon?
Probably not. I might have done. I don't know. This week's been a hectic week for me, so no.
5,000 men surveyed as to. Hold on.
No, I didn't receive that one. No.
Yeah, 97% they like the peace and quiet.
Yeah. I think I've seen that one before. Yeah.
Yeah. Andy sends me some really weird stuff. It's normally when the wife opens my phone and goes, "What the hell's this?" Oh, it's Andy.
Yeah, I got into the habit of opening everything from Andy in private now because yeah, I got embarrassed once. So,
Yeah, automatic
right, if you
volume.
just turn that off, that might fix it. Then if it wasn't working
If
before,
it was
try it
on,
that way.
turn it off. Try it in the other setting, yeah, because the automatic volume sometimes it'll pick background noise up and alter the mic volume up and down to make up for what's in the background. So it could be that. So
be.
give that a try. Anything works.
Yeah, or ditch it and get an interphone. It's funny, you know, the interphones are slightly dearer, but I do find they work better. So I mean, it is what you pay for, isn't it? So
exactly, yeah. So
because
it's
I've
the
had two
same.
lots of scalers, and I've had to, yeah.
Oh,
Here we are, naked ladies.
there we go. I told you, only Putin didn't find girls with us. I told you it was the old Russians.
Oh God, now you've highlighted it. That'd be a strike on your channel.
It could have been the Germans. How high was he? Well, he was this high and lived over there.
He was scratching his nose over there. Yeah.
The porn's back again. Yeah, not for very long. Blah, blah, blah. Right, report and pornography. Get rid of you. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, there we are. BBB, just on one of the old ones. Fucking hell, Simon on an electric bike, whatever next.
Yeah, you never know. You know, I'll tell you what. Yes, I hate them. Yes, I have my rant about them. I can't see the point of them. They might as well be paperweights and everything else. But let me ride one and let me and I will make my honest opinion of it. And then we'll go into the feasibility and the usability of it. Yeah.
I suppose the mileage distance out of them is increased with a retractable mains lead, you know, on what winds itself back up. Because we're pulling it back up the road, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd never get lost, will you? You just follow the cable.
Yeah.
Follow your lead all the way home, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, we're pulling you back up the road, you know, behind you.
Yeah. It's
Bit of a Hansel and Gretel moment. There you go.
They will find a use for electric bikes, but not at the moment. As a run around town to save fuel and obviously keep it cheap, then yes, but not as a long distance touring machine.
Tell you what, Rev, if I worked 5 minutes from my house, you know, or 10 miles from my home, something like that, I'd consider an electric bike because I'm saving on oil changes, I'm saving on other service parts, air filter cleaning, all that sort of business. All you got to do is you got to worry about brakes, don't you? Really, basically, and make sure the
brake
fucking
pads
thing's
and tyres.
I think
and tyres. That's all you got to worry about. So your servicing costs a lot less. I'd probably consider one, but as I do. I do a minimum 60 miles a day. Some days I'll do 150 miles for work, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I like to go touring on it and going on holiday with the wife. And you know, they just won't do it. And they're not as environmentally friendly as they're making out. So
No, exactly.
I think there is transmission fluid still on them, or like gearbox fluid, you know.
No, it's just electric motors, isn't it?
Yeah, but some of them have actually got gearboxes on them. You know, the gear ratio and everything.
That's one speed.
Yeah, I know
it's
the one speed.
You just switch the motor on, the motor turns.
Yeah, I know the one speed. But what I'm saying is, some of the gearboxes do have. I know on the Tesla cars, on their gearboxes, on their motors, have actually got a lubricant in the actual gearbox on them. If you actually watch somebody,
yeah, but that's only going to be KY jelly, isn't it?
No, it's well, yeah, it is on them, yeah. But no, it's like you say. I do see it's like I've just been looking at electric cars this week, going on, and it's the range. What puts you off? You know, because it's like we go down to see my missus's relatives in Kent. It's an 175-mile journey from our house. Yet an electric car will do 200 miles on a charge. And it's like, you know, that means you're going to have to be pulling up somewhere halfway down there, plugging the bloody thing in, because if you get stuck in traffic or road, you know, you're gonna have all your radio on and your aircon on and your lights on and whatever. So you're using juice just sat in a traffic jam. And it's like, yeah, it means you're going to have to pull over somewhere and sit there like a dork for an hour and a half while your car charges up just to continue the journey.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cost of electric, but solar panel on the roof.
I'm just googling actually Tesla engines are now and the gearbox, and apparently it's saying they don't have gears.
I watched a video of a bloke stripping a Tesla down, and he took the motor off. And when he split the motor away from the actual gearbox unit, it was like a red lubricant came out of it, liquid.
Right, they have dual electric motors
Yeah,
on each wheel. That explains the gears.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a red lubricant in some of them.
Seeing a few BBB.
Cheers,
Well,
BB.
There we are. Moving parts need lubrication. Yeah, but they don't have gears. Yeah, so it'll be a sealed unit then.
Yeah.
Because I know with the ciphers, because obviously you do a lot of stuff with the ciphers. The cipher is just one motor with a belt drive and just straight onto the hub at the back. But the cipher is a belt drive, not a chain drive.
Yeah, that was like the old Sinclair C5.
Yeah.
That was
And
exactly the same thing.
have you seen how much
we're old, we can
things are
remember
worth?
the C5.
I had one, Simon. I actually owned one. The old
I'd
Sinclair
like to say
C5.
now I've met the one person that had a C5 in the UK.
Yeah, I actually. Well, funnily enough, I bought it off a mate of mine for 65 quid. And I used to use it all the time. When I used to go shooting in the Episton, which is the nearest shooting range from us. It's great fun going down there with 12 gauge in its bag and cases ammo in the boat with it. But that uses the same thing, single motor out of a washing machine, and belt driven straight onto the back wheel. Wheels.
Well, 30 odd years ago, I used to drive an electric milk float that had 2 gears, and
Yeah.
well, still they don't know how that works, but
For the first some of the first cars what came out with battery powered, not electric. Were electric, not bloody petrol. Yeah.
so we're going backwards then.
Yeah, we are.
There we go. There's one for you.
Yeah, I had indicators on mine. I had the deluxe model.
Has it got a Ferrari badge in it? It has. hasn't
Yeah,
it?
Got a Ferrari badge. It's been modified.
I'll tell you what, I still wish I'd got mine because the amount of money they're selling for now.
Yeah, anything between
Crazy.
£700 to £1,200 at the moment.
Yeah. I paid 65 quid for mine. I bought it off a mate of mine. And it was the deluxe model because it got indicators on it. So.
Howie's just said you've got to make a video of your electric bike cherry popping.
Oh, I will. I'm going to take all my cameras with me. Yeah.
Oh, crumbly. I was 14, 15 at the time, and the amount of times I used to flip it over and put it on its roof. I tell you, you used to pedal it like mad, kick the motor in, go around the corner too quick, and it's like a Robin Reliant. You end up on your roof. You end up upside down.
I had one of those.
The amount of times I put that thing on its bloody roof was unreal. As a kid.
I'm just finding the one that. Oh, bloody hell. Blimey, they're going for a good bit of money at the moment. I wouldn't mind buying that.
Do you know his actual, I think it's his son or grandson, has still got the Sinclair company running, and he's actually coming out with a new sort of electric sort of thing. Because I actually follow him on Facebook, and he's come up with a new Sinclair something or other. So, but have you seen those Sinclair motorcycles?
No, I haven't seen those. No.
Oh, they look like a chopper, but do you know where the engine should be? It's just a great big massive gap.
Oh, hang on. Oh, open Tom's video by accident. There we go. Yeah, I was looking to see if the Bond bug was there because I used to have a. Do you remember the bright orange Bond bugs?
Bond bugs, yeah, I remember them.
I had one of those. I paid 500 quid for it, and I used to rag it everywhere, and it was great fun. It had pull wheelies.
If you look for Sinclair motorbikes,
let's have a look.
No, not Sinclair. Is it Sinclair? Oh, I can't remember the bloody name of them. I keep seeing them on bloody YouTube. It's not Sinclair. Oh, it's not Sinclair. Begins with an S. I can't remember the name of them. It's not Sinclair.
If you type in Sinclair motorbikes, you get a motorcycle funeral company.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed that myself. What do they call them? The weird-looking things. I know it begins with S. They look like a chopper.
Atom. I know what he's on about. Yeah, the aerial atoms. Yeah, they were nuts.
Yeah, the wholesale city Coco looks like it. I can't remember. There's a certain company. They're based in London, and they customise them for people. And they're that's City Coco.
Oh, COCO.
Yeah, electric scooter, but it's not that. There's a company what does them very.
Oh, I know the one you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah, it begins with an S. I'm sure it's not Sinclair though. I can't remember the name of the firm. Well, if you look at that, they're weird-looking things because it looks like the old American choppers type thing.
That's it. Yeah.
But the engine's missing. Yeah. It's like, why would you want one of them? But they're an actual motorbike.
Yeah. There's a lot of retro scooters that are going around at the moment. It's like when we did the bike show, the Lex Moto Milano, which was the old Vespa. And Lex Moto discontinued the Milano, but there's a company that actually imports them minus the engine and puts an electric motor in. Oh, find love, we will help. I'll tell you what, I will give you some help. I'll give you that. There we go. That'll help you out. Off to a YouTube jail for you, my friend.
Jesus Christ, more naked women. I'll tell you what, I really need love. Help me. I need love. Someone love me.
I think they need love if that's what they do all night long.
Yeah.
Jesus
we
Christ.
Give you love long time.
But yeah, there's some weird and wonderful sort of aspects of electric vehicles coming out. But like Simon says, they're not as green as what they make out to be because it's like the electricity is powered by either coal power or nuclear, generated by coal power or nuclear. Even though they are trying wind farms and that, but most of that's where the power's coming from. The lithium mines are horrendous if you look what damage they do to the earth. You know. And it's like, they're not as environmental.
I know. I've been saying this for at least 8 months. I think I was saying it before Christmas, actually. So, so it's. I just really. I mean, it is that good, and they really want you to do it that much now. The government is just taking away the money incentive for you to do it.
Yeah, they've taken away the electric incentive now. It used to be £500. They've just dropped it to 100.
Yeah.
We was getting 1,500, and it's now lost. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna do really crappy gas mileage, then go and buy this, guys.
I want it. Look at that. I want it just for the size of the engine.
Yeah. Look at the size of that thing.
You've seen the one where they put aeroplane radial engines in them.
Yeah. But this one, this is an actual company that makes these. This was imported from the States.
Yeah.
But it's called the Boss Hoss. It is 5.7 litre V8.
V8, yeah. Look at that. It's got double pots on the rear. My God.
Yeah.
You need some brake pads on that. But look at the size of the discs on the front of that with those calipers.
Oh, I want it.
For 28,
stick a bid in for me, Rev.
Yeah, for 28 grand, mate, I would buy that. I would rip someone's arm off to buy that. That is a bike.
Yeah, Rev. Bid 26 grand on it. I'm good for it. Go on.
I would buy it. If I won the lottery, I'd buy it for you. I'd have the matching one as well.
I'm going to go back to your question earlier about if money wasn't an object, which bike would you have? I want that.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, the one
I wouldn't ride it. I'd just sit it on my drive running just to piss all the eco people off.
Yeah. Have you seen how much it does to the gallon?
Don't care. Money's not an option.
It's the
You know,
one that my
I
one.
know. Sorry,
The
I
one
know.
I
I've
get.
seen them with.
Go on.
Sorry,
That's right.
I know I've seen them with radial engines in out of aircraft.
Mm.
But I wonder if actually somebody's done it with a Merlin engine on a motorbike.
Yes, they have. Not
Yeah.
on a motorbike. Yeah, I've
I
seen
know
it.
they've done it with cars, but I know they've done it with cars. But I'm just wondering if anybody's done it with Merlin on a
There we are.
bike.
Get an eyeful of that.
Yeah.
Now that is what you call a Harley Davidson. That's the night rod. That's the customized night rod.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I couldn't get that because my wife would instantly go, "Where am I supposed to sit?"
But look at the price of it though.
Yeah.
34,500. Well, 35 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have that, Simon, and I'll buy you the 5.7.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I lost that bid, Rev. Where's my bike?
Yeah. It's definitely got something. I will have myself because the other one that I'm watching, and Andy will laugh his head off at me. Is
Push Maxi.
no, actually, he's going to be. Oh, you're coming to the dark side. Yes, I am moving over to the dark side. If I had the money, decent touring bike apart from mine. Triple black TE.
Yeah.
And that is the 21 plate, really nice. Only done, I think, 1,500 miles, but it's got everything Andy's got on it.
Yeah.
But that's up for what, 23 grand. But that's a nice bit of kit. That is a very, very nice bit of kit. If you like your touring.
Yeah. No.
There we go. Right, it's 10:05, mate. Right, time to flip over.
Right.
So,
Okay.
everybody, we are heading over here. So if you're on our stream, pop across Simon GTR 1400. Thanks to Matt for popping in down there. Thanks to everybody that's been in the side stream. So Crumbly, Howie, CDBs, Mrs. CDB, BBBs popped in as well. Phil, Ali, let me just roll through the list. Port, John Dyard, McLean, the boys in, obviously Ayrshire Vlogster, Lockwood, Tom. Who else did we have in? I think I've just about covered everybody. Moray popped in very, very quickly. But thanks to everybody that's popped into the live stream. Don't forget, we do it all again next Friday. Cross to Simon now for 10 o'clock. Whatever you're doing, guys, be well, ride safe, enjoy the weekend. If you fancy a ride out, we're doing the Eclipse run this coming Sunday. 9 o'clock, we'll leave, meeting at the garage. Leave at 9:30. So off to Super Sausage for a quick bite and obviously a look at the bike. So if you want to join us, come and jump in there. Have a good one. Until the next time, be well, ride safe. And from RB, take care. And it's a big good night from me. See you later, guys.
Take care, guys.